it's not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home, just the four of us. Knock, 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 say hello to opportunity. Show them everything that I be doing, think it's doing me. Check, 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 everything I do is to a T. And only other corner hitting hardest in the USC. Oh, Irish in my blood and all that money keep on doubling. I ain't tried to ball cause I ain't really went for fumbling. Made a couple M's, went gold, now I'm loving it. Drive through them all, can't stomach it. One time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else.
Right.
3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home just now. Wait, second thought. Maybe take a trip down to Florida. Need to change the weather. Tennessee just wasn't warm enough. Son and everybody, they been eating out the formula.
Cheers,
everybody talking, but at least they ain't ignoring us.
Welcome in.
Reservations for 20 at Coast Show. Like that iceberg, I'm flipping a boatload. Got incredible friends, yeah, they froze on. Taking hits on the one like I'm Soto. Catalog multiples of double digits. Staring at the number like it's double vision. That's what happens when you trust the vision. But keep it humble for the juxtaposition. I changed my life overnight with a couple decisions. Stay working like there's somebody who's coming to get it. And don't get caught up in the talking and the public opinion. Yeah, I had different functions cause I'm functioning different. Hey, 1 time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turn it down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough.
Alright, I think we're good to go.
I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home with the 4 of us.
Sir. Price Action Kev in the house. What up, what up, what up? 3 ants in the building. Alright, I see you. Alright, I think we're golden here, boys. How you guys feeling? Welcome in, welcome back to another New York live stream. Yeah, let's do this. How you guys? Whoa, caveman. Jay Coop in the house. What up, Jay Coop? What is good? The Big M is here. What up, Mr. Lopez? There they are. YouTube, how you feeling? Missed you guys yesterday. Missed ya. What's up, Rod? What's good, brother? What up? I hope you guys are well. Good to see y'all. OGH in the house. OGH. What an entrance. What an intro. Any other live streams do intros like that? Like just all of a sudden just start throwing bangers out. Just, damn it. Tony Gold in the building. What's good? What's up, Mooney? Mooney. DJ Scratches in the house. There he is. What up, Rashid? What up, Ryder? Vashon in the building. Connor's in the house. Soho. All right. What up, Ken Hard? What's up, Jamie? Good to see y'all. Welcome in. Happy Friday. NFP Friday, that is. So we got some news coming out here in just a little bit. But, man, should be a good one here today. Welcome in, everyone. Sit back, relax, and why don't we get the party started? Let's go ahead real quick. We'd love to pray and just give thanks for the opportunity to be here with y'all, and then we'll get the party started, all right? Cool? Let's do this. Father God, we thank you for this moment in time where we can gather together with just like-minded individuals. I thank you for just allowing us to do this with our life. We thank you for continuing to shine a light on the path as we walk it, and we just pray that you would bless our steps, each and every one of them. Whether we believe it or not, we thank you for all that happens, whether it's a lesson or a blessing. We thank you for it all. We ask for nothing here today besides a blessing on this stream, and we give you the glory. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Wow. Okay, NFP coming up here in about 3 minutes. So we'll see what happens with all that. But today is Friday. It is June 5th. Let me lower the music a little bit more. And it's good to be back with y'all. It's good to be back. Today is another day, another opportunity for us to be patient in these markets, to be disciplined, and keep the main thing, right? Which is really being a long-term profitable trader. So I hope you guys are on the same page with that. That's the trader that I'm talking to when I show up here every single day. So 8:30 news coming out. We got NFP, so we'll see what happens. Why don't we get into a fresh top-down analysis, and we'll watch the news come out together today. All right? Yeah, y'all ready? If you guys can, give the stream a like for me, sub to the channel. Let me just close the door here, and let's get this party started. Cool. All right, let's do this. Let's talk about gold here, daily time frame, and we'll work our way down. We'll look at NQ here as well today, and we'll get into it. Yeah. Yes. All right, thank you. Okay, cool. All right, let's do it. So, Goldie. So, where's my tools at? Here they are. All right, so this is the daily time frame, and it looks like we are starting to move back up. So just to kind of, recap a little bit. So you pretty much had gold in this range, right? Price did break out of the range here with that candle. We moved down. We filled the entire wick here, filled the range, and then we did reject off that candle, right? That next candle did close bullish here. So we closed bullish back in the range on this guy. Next candle moved up, retested the top of the range, right? And then all of a sudden price comes crashing back down now. So it looks like we've got another fake out with yesterday's closure. If we kind of map out that little support there. So we got this, fake out back in the range. It looks like we, again, just tried to get down there but couldn't, and now we're starting to come back up. So I was expecting a possible break of the lows here. Excuse me, and wick to fill, but it doesn't look like price wants to do that. So now that we are starting to come back up, we want to take a look at that lower time frame and see, hey, could we possibly anticipate the highs breaking here and this daily candle filling this wick to the left, and then possibly retesting somewhere in the zone, right? One of these highs here, because now that we're coming back up after respecting the lows, there's a very high chance now if we break that high, we'll continue moving bullish here today. So let's drop down to the 4 hour. And let's see what's happening over here. So what do you know? We actually have a strong 4 hour bullish closure here. So price came down into these support levels. We ended up closing strong bullish, engulfing the previous candle to the left hand side. You've got a clean range plus a wick fill to move up. So I think here comes the news. Depending on how this news comes out, if we can make that lower wick, or have that lower wick established and break the highs, we should be able to pop up. Wow, this is actually the heaviest release I've seen in a while. So 1 hour has been moving up for quite some time. We started losing a lot of steam here too on the 1 hour. So you can see there's a strong bullish candle, right? And then you just have a lot of weak candles here. So now that the news is coming out, looks like we've just broken through all the lows. Honestly, I'm proud of this NFP candle, actually, right? The last couple NFP candles have been nothing but duds. So this is our 30-minute range here that we're looking at. We got support sitting at 44.87. We have resistance at 44.94. And then you have this fake out here, right? So this is a good potential fake out that could lead to those sells now, right? Now, again, this is the news candle, so it could go up, it could go down, it could close up here for all we know, right? We just don't know. This candle can look just like that by the end of it. We don't know, right? So this candle's still open. It just opened up now a couple minutes ago. We're going to let that news get absorbed, and then we'll go from there. But possible fake outs here, excuse me, on the 15 and the 30-minute time frame for price to kind of show its hand with this move down. So we'll see what happens. There's still no top wick on the candle, so we'll see what happens in about 15 minutes. Either way, there's no rush, right? We got to let price settle in, do its thing, and then maybe even look towards catching it off of a new resistance back up here for the continued move down, right? Maybe we want to come up, give the candles a top wick, and then maybe even come down like that. So let's just hang tight here. We'll probably be trading within the 9 a.m. candle today, and we'll try and find some positions around 9:15, 9:30, and we go from there. All right. Shorted the news. He is the champion. Yeah, let's go. Nice. How's it feel? How's it feel to come on out on the winning side of the news candle? Small top wick on future or forex. Gotcha. Yes, sir. At the end of it all, it doesn't even matter. Life is but a dream, my friend. Laserton. All right. Let's get it. All right. Anyways, let's move over to the NASDAQ here. And let's take a look at what we can come up with here on NQ. Let's take a look at that movement. Not as much as gold, but Can we all give gold a round of applause? Like that's what I'm talking about. Like that's an NFP candle right there. I don't know where that's been I don't know where that's been all year, to be honest. I don't know where it's been, but it looks good today. So let's look at NQ here as well. You got the NASDAQ here actually moving down. So I know, shocking, right? So I think the major pullback could come down towards like this previous level right here. We're obviously on the move with no top wick. We haven't really done much. This move mainly just happened on around the open of the candle here, like in Asian session, but haven't really done much. 4 hour has been just kind of consolidating here for the last 8 hours or so. So we'll see what happens there. I think we are still below the range, which is good, right? So I'm probably still going to be bearish here on NQ, especially from a 4 hour perspective. If we start breaking through these lows, then there's a high chance that maybe the 4 hour candle can come down and retest that level there as the daily pulls back here. So let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour looks pretty good. Got a bit of a range. So range here, let me just grab this tool. You got resistance here, you got support here, and I think if we can get a closure below, especially breaking through some of those wicks, you got some clean traffic to the left for price to come down and retest that like 29,900 area there. So we'll see about all that. 30-minute also doesn't have a closure yet, but you got a nice little pack runner. Clean range coming down into these levels right here. So we'll see what happens. Price may make that run right here, right now. So nothing we can do about that. But we'll see what happens at the closure in about 15 or 25 minutes, and then we'll go from there. Wow. Yeah, nice little NFP. I wasn't planning on trading anything today anyway until after 9. So we'll see how we do. We'll see how we do. When you were born, you look like your parents. When you die, you look like your decisions. So true. So true. How was yesterday? Fantastic. One of the best days of my entire life yesterday was. Why no YouTube yesterday? I just had some issue with OBS going on. Yeah, like I had to delete a bunch of stuff off my computer, and it was taking up too much space and all that good stuff. Yeah. Monthly record is it's like 2 or 3-0. So yeah, we took 2 or 3 winning days so far. So let's update it. Let's hit it with the update. And then you guys were with me on Wednesday, right, everyone? When we took the loss. Yeah, we did all that on YouTube. We took the loss, and then we came back an hour later and took a massive W. So that's kind of like where I've left off. Let's see. Clean range should have as how many pips in today's day? If you asked me that last year, I probably would have said like 30, but now I would probably say, like let's see what this range is right here. Like 60, yeah, I'd say like 60, 70, 90. Crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, a clean range used to be nice, like clean 30 pips, and now you look at it and it's like more so like double that at least, double like 60, 90 pips. We got a melter. Let's go. We all love to see gold melting. Good stuff. Good stuff. Wow. Yeah, big change here. Or they were expecting way less. So that's pretty good. Good for the dollar. Gold should continue melting off here. Let's see. Chat, how we doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Friday. How's everyone's week going? You guys following your plan? It's June, right? It's the second half of the month. I promise this is a opportunity for you to turn the corner, to turn a new page and say, hey, I know I made some goals over there in January and I kind of slipped off a little bit and messed up a little, but it's midway through the year and it's just an opportunity for you to create an excuse of why you're gonna change, right? And I'm telling you, you're gonna have to change, gang. You're gonna have to change. If you're not getting the results that you currently want, you gotta do something different, right? You got to do something different. So chances are you know exactly what it is that's holding you back, and you just got to look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, you know, enough's enough. Enough's enough. You know, I can't keep living like this, and you know, just having that mundane, recycled, repeatable pattern going on. You got to step up and, you know, step into your greatness, and a lot of times that takes discipline, that takes a new you, and it's not easy, right? So your natural programming is going to want to go back to who you are currently, but you got to deny it. You got to deny it, all right? Great decisions only. Great decisions only. Was there a breakout to the upside 30 minutes ago on gold just before the news came out? Not good for a buy? Never. Never. Any breakouts up or down right before NFP are never good. Never. They tend to always lead to fake outs. So that's one thing I learned too coming up. Like, you know, I didn't know about news and red folders and all that. So I would be taking trades. Like, I'd be in a buy, in some like intraday buy. You know, like price kind of bounced off of a trend line or whatever it is I was trading at the time, and I would get into a position, right, maybe something like this, and you know, my TP would be all the way up here on these intraday trades, and I'd be in this trade, and then all of a sudden, you know, news came down. I'm like, man, what is that, right? So it wasn't until I started learning from Raja on news and how to stay away from the news and all that, avoid that stuff. So yeah, I personally wouldn't recommend trading before news unless, you know, you're trading in London session, and then, you know, anything pre-New York, but before like NFP, CPI, any of those type of events is going to look like this, and then probably lead to a lot of little false breakouts, aka fake outs along the way to grab up liquidity. So yeah, if you're trading in front of red folder news, try not to do that anymore. Do I use Trade08 yeah, I use Trade08. Yep. Yeah, currently looking for some other brokers. I'm going to test a few out behind the scenes a little bit, and then see which one I like. Good week so far. Nice. 3. Yeah, same. Couple green days. Let's update the record. Update the record. What's good, Jonathan? Yes, sir. I like it. It's a good plan. It's a good plan. All right, record. Where is it? There it is. Monthly. $64 on the year. Let's go. All right, we're good. We are good. We're good. All right, let's see. Nice. Yeah, that's a lot of patience. Yeah, I haven't traded in the last 3 sessions. Yep. Yes, or 2, but this is the 3rd here. Raja had a buy stop and sell stop. Yeah. I could see that. LQH market's pretty good one. Low spreads. LQH. Okay, I'll take a look. Forex broker. What they trade on what? Like Trade Locker? Oh, MT5. Ooh. You know what? You know what's funny? I had a bunch of files on my computer, and I had to delete them. I had to delete a bunch of them, and MT5 was actually the one I deleted. And then I realized, no, I should never did that, because once you delete MT5, you can never get it back. Forgot about that. I don't know. Is it still like that? Actually, I still have the app on my phone. But people in the US can't even use MT5 anymore. At least I don't think. I mean, I'm sure you can, but I just don't know how. Yeah, sells in Asian. We really wanted those sells in Asian. Yup. Yeah, we were trying to take sells here yesterday during New York session, but let it go with no bottom wick. just practice discipline there, and then that was our move. So we had to hightail it out, and then in Asian sesh, I think that was, yeah, it was really 15-minute was really the only play. Yeah, this candle we tried this thing opened up. Who was trading Asian last night? This thing opened up so fast. Was it that candle? One of these candles opened up so fast, broke the low, and then just came back up and broke all the highs. It was wild. It was wild. You had to be like fast as lightning to catch that one. Yo. It's like made a perfect top wick and then broke the lows. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I was just standing there with my mouth open like, You can download it on Google? Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. I don't know if I'll ever use it again, but that's good to know. Clean range, yeah, I would say like probably 60 pips at this point. I used to say 30. I would probably double that now. Yeah, the ranges are really big now. So like this right here, I mean, regardless of how many pips this doesn't look like a tradable range to me, right? But then it's so funny because if you measure it, right, it is it's 72 pips. So I would say 72 pips, but you know, that's really not even the case anymore. The ranges are massive at this point. So 100 pip ranges are like the new normal. But yeah, I would say anywhere, as long as it's not this choppy. Like if you got nice clean, like if let's say this range came back, right, and all of a sudden like we just pushed up through here and then created new clean traffic, then I would say okay, it's probably a tradable range at that point. Like you get a candle to close here, because now like what's happened is these two moves right here, this one and this one back up, have now cleared out that range. It's like throwing a grenade in, like boom, right, clearing out the place, and then now you're free to kind of travel in this a little bit easier, as opposed to what it was before. It was very choppy. So a lot of times you need something like news or something like that to just push through, give it that effort, clear it out the way, so that way, you know, later on when candles come back through that path, you know, they end up moving clean. So you'll see that happen often. Less than 10 seconds. Yeah, definitely less. Past couple days, yeah, price action been a little trash. Yeah, you got to be picky, selective, try and pick your candle wisely and look for good executions. Best broker I could use to trade on is Trade Locker. Trade Locker is not a broker; they're just a trading platform. So you would basically have to hook your broker up to Trade Locker. I had a loss 2 days ago. Why do you only mark the wins? I mark the end of the day. Yeah, the end of the day. So we took a loss, but like the wins and losses represent days. Red and green, days, not trades. There's probably too many trades to track all that. So we do it for days. So yeah, we took a loss, but we also took an insane win too. So that the day ended green. What's up, Zach? Good morning. Oh, I'm like, who is in my house right now? How important is journaling? It's good. Try it. Check it out. Give it a try. Journaling honestly changed the whole game for me. It was the missing ingredient. You guys ever have like that ego in you and you go, yeah, I'll do everything but that? You ever do that? It's like, yo, I know that this is the recipe, but I'm just going to leave that one ingredient out. That was journaling for me. I thought I can get away with just doing it. You know, I got it. Oh, it's all good. It's up here. Right? But it's really not, because when you can truly look at data, and gain confidence off of data and make corrections off of data and improve your entire business off of data, it's a whole different story. So journaling's one of the main things I work with the elite guys and girls is that journaling is making sure that we're tracking all data as a business. So that way we know where our strengths are, where our weaknesses are. We know, what our P&L looks like, what works for us, and all that good stuff. So I hold trading at a pretty high priority when it comes to the trading. Yeah, if you're talking about just life journaling too, then I would say that's as equally, probably more or more important than trading journaling. One of the hardest things for me is being okay with not taking trades. That shows a win. Yeah, you got to understand, like, the game is rigged against you. So the game is trying to sell you into the market, trying to sell you on reasons to get in. So the objective is to avoid getting sold, right? To avoid getting got, so to speak, right? By the market. So little do you know, you think that winning means taking trades and making money, but winning actually means turning things down, turning down the wrong opportunities, being patient, being disciplined. That's what's actually going to build you long term to make a lot of money in trading. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm really good at making money, but it's like, how good at you are at staying disciplined though? How good are you at avoiding the trap? A lot of people get caught up in the trap every single day. And once you understand that no trade days are actually part of what we do, or no trade sessions, you will begin to break the illusion of, I need to do more to make more. I need to take more trades to make more money. It's not the case. You need to take really good trades, and that's what's going to make you money long term. So it's not just action. Like we talked about it last night. Patience is active. All right, we talked about it. It talks about that in the forex mindset. Patience is active. Like I said in my Instagram story yesterday, patience is a position, right? Patience is a position. You are laying low. You are holding fire. You are waiting for the right opportunity. That in itself is just as important as the shot, right? The sniper who has to wait 2 days for his target to arrive, that 2-day wait is just as important, right, as the shot itself, where he has to hang tight, wait for that opportunity. Without that wait, there is no opportunity. So that's where, the waiting game comes in. And, sometimes avoiding the market when there's no familiar price action is really the very best thing that you can do. Let's go. Oh, let's go. You did it yesterday? Amazing. I love it. What's the win rate with BE trades? I really don't take BE trades anymore. Yeah, I haven't really had a break-even trade in a while. I have to look, but it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Break even. Usually these days, if I go break even, I'm typically gonna close partials. Glad you didn't enter buys this morning. I'm glad you didn't either. Look at that. Look at that move. Just cleared out the whole 1 hour range. What's up, Green? How are you, bro? Top of the AM. Magnus. Let's have a peek over at Zoom. One day, I mean it, one day we're going to get everyone to get on camera. It's going to be ill. We're going to bring you guys up on the YouTube live stream and have a big old party.
What's up, my man?
What's up, my boy?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
How you feeling?
Friday, baby. Great. Fantastic. How about you?
Phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. Yes, sir.
Let's go. How was London pre-NFP?
It was, it was a little bit rangy, but we had that range up there that we kind of left now. And we just waited for sales below, like for post-London. So we really did nothing like in London other than move up, and then we created a range and we said, okay, cool. Let's wait for below here or above there. So we didn't get in anything stupid, and nothing really came there. So it is what it is. But I'd rather not trade before NFP and then wait for something like 9:30 here.
Same. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This we just want to watch. We planned on watching this anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta let this settle in, and then we go back to work. Hopefully, we just don't make the move in range. But if we can make the move and continue having a great day here, like market wise, then we should be able to get some pullbacks on the trend and fire away.
Yes, sir. That'd be lovely. I think it's the same. Yeah, I would always go half risk here if it was before NFP anyway, even though in London or whatever. Yeah, man. It is J Coop, yes, sir. It's the best NFP of the year right now.
Yo, I haven't seen this since I haven't seen this at all in 2026.
Literally, man. Literally, no.
Insane. Great learning session this morning. Yeah, I'm sure it was. We got a melter.
Melter. We are bleeding here. I would love a new resistance too.
Yeah. What up, Danky P?
That'd be money. I'm curious about that daily though. Look at that. The daily time frame here.
Hey, by the way, what do we talk about in Asian session? Chat.
Like we could just
chat. Watch the replay. Go check that replay. Yeah, nah. If this melts here and fills the wick, I mean, we called
smokes,
it.
Bro.
We called it.
It could, honestly, it could. Like, look at the other candles up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I said it in London too. We kind of got that fake out bullish candle, but again, price doesn't really respect that. It seems like so.
Yeah, I remember I was kind of saying like I know we closed above and I know we got the wick fill, but for some reason I'm just feeling like nothing mattered to me outside of like this right here, like all this, just that wick fill.
Yep, I feel
and
you.
This candle breaking the low, right, and filling that wick here today. So I think that, I mean, we were talking about that in Asian, so we'll see what happens. We said, hey, let's check back in New York and see where that's at, and look at this. Now we're breaking the lows here after NFP, and that wick fill looks pretty good.
Looks pretty good, yes, sir. Yeah, I agree.
Yep. But good. This is good. Haven't seen an NFP candle like this in a long time, so we'll take that.
Literally no. Such a good move here. Such a good move. 400 pips.
All right, let's have a peek over at YouTube. At least 50 pips is a terrible tradable range. Yeah, I would say 50. Yeah, 50 is good. You know, it's as long as it's clean, right? As long as it's clean, then I think it's okay. Just make sure you got enough room, right? Because sometimes you'll have a range, like let's say this is our range right here between these two white lines, and let's say that's 50 pips. But now the bullish candle closes up here, right? So now your 50 pips just turned into 20. So you got to realize that. It's like now if you're going to go for 20, right, you got to realize, okay, is it worth it now? Or should I just wait for, you know, a closure above? And let's say that there's more clean range to the left, which a lot of times there is. Then you may say, hey, you know what? Maybe just pretend that's not there. Yeah, maybe it's best that I wait for a closure above, instead of taking a trade within that range, being that it's only a 50 pip range and price had already kind of moved a little bit through it, and then you just kind of wait. So the best thing to do, like, is if you're in a range that you don't really like and you want to wait for a better range, just wait for a little support to form or a range to form here, and then wait for the closure back above. That just takes patience. You know, it just takes time. You know, it takes a little bit of time to set up, and then once it does, you have the much cleaner trade at that point to move up. So that's what I would say. You know, it's not easy to let the good trade go and wait for the great trade when the great trade is not necessarily guaranteed, right? Because you may say, hey, you know, that closure, I would have liked to take a buy in this range, but maybe I'll wait for the break above, and then what happens is this, you know. So it's hard to wait. Trading is hard. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to tell you, right? It's hard to make decisions. So it's like you got to make that decision now, and it's like you can wait for a great trade and then that trade not even show up. So once you experience that 2 or 3 times, you don't like that, because naturally you want to get involved in a trade. So what happens is you say, screw the range, and then you start doing stuff like that, and ultimately probability goes against traders, right? Do most traders make money or lose money? They lose money, right? So, most traders make decisions like that, and it's just a matter of being a little bit more patient, not settling, and ultimately waiting for the best price action according to, what pays them on their, system or whatnot. But it's not easy. What a move! We have to almost shrink the screen now. It's like just melting onto my my desk. Typical guru vibes. Yeah, boys. We always know when the fake out's coming.
Guru vibes.
There's our daily wick fill coming up.
Funny,
this thing's
man.
Gonna push.
Yeah. Yes, sir. It is.
Boom, boom, boom. The best shot. Yep. Okay. Yeah. That's perfect that you asked that. Like, why didn't you take the 15-minute sell? Was it overextended? That's the thing. That's the good trade. That's the good one. But now, like, when you look at it in hindsight, oh yeah, great trade, right? But when you look at it, it's like, okay, NFP candle's still open. There's still no top wick. We filled most of the range at that point, right? Again, before this happens, you have no idea that that's going to happen. So, yeah, this could have been a good trade to get down here. Maybe, close the trade, close partials at the wick fill. But this is not a great trade, right? And especially with that 30-minute candle still being open, hanging out right here, anything can happen. So, that it's a prime example about what I'm talking about can you let that good trade go in the pursuit or the wait on the great trade. That's ultimately going to be exactly what you're looking for. So this wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Also, I wasn't planning on trading before 9 a.m. today, so it just didn't fit my plan. But if we can pull back, right, create resistance, then the sells look incredible at that point. And you never know, we might be able to take the buys up there too, but most likely going to wait for the pullback here.
Definitely, most definitely we are. Yeah, it's 9 now though, so we might get that pullback, but we might also come down a little bit here.
Yep, I could see us coming down a little bit more probably, and then kind of coming up and making a pullback.
Yep, that'd be lovely. Then if you come back down now first, come back up to the 58, there's the previous range, we could also see like a wick to fill and something like that. That'd be perfect.
Yep, exactly.
And a new resistance too.
Like you probably won't get a massive pullback here today, a back up to this area, but you should get something. So that's what I think you're talking about, right? Just kind of moving back up a little bit here and then just filling the wick. So something like this would be awesome. Like we have a wick here, maybe 1 or 2 bullish candles, and then we get the bearish candle, and then we look for that wick fill, somewhere around 9:30. Something like this sets up, we look for that wick fill and for price to continue moving bearish.
Yep. That'd be lovely right there. I would love that. Holding sells from 44.90. What should I do now?
Close, dude.
What should I do now?
Get the
Close
heck
the
out of
thing.
that trade.
We might get a pullback now. I don't know. What was the plan?
Close it.
Always got to plan the trade the plan, not in reverse. Never trade the plan and then plan the trade.
This is right back where
or there is no trade in the plan. What do you say?
Right back to where we were on Wednesday.
Yeah, literally. Crazy.
Took a loss on longs above the range before news. Can you run through what kept you out? News. I never trade in front of high impact news. Anytime you do that, usually that's gonna set up the fake out. Yeah, so anytime, of course it's gonna look great. You're gonna get a beautiful closure. You're gonna have nice clean range to the left, right? And then that's gonna be the liquidity. So just don't trade before red folder news like that. these are little secrets that most retail traders just they don't know about. So they're gonna take the trade. Like I said in the morning, like when I was a retail trader, like trading intraday, I didn't even know about news. So when this move came up, so like I said, like let's say I was in like a swing position, right? Or not a swing, but like an intraday position, trying to look for a move to come up towards like, you know, the highs or whatever it was, a part of the system. And I'd be in profit and profit and profit. And then all of a sudden, bam, I didn't even know about news back then. So it wasn't until later I learned about this high impact news and all that. So yeah, just stay out of news, but stay out of trades before news. If you notice, I never, ever take a trade before a red folder. It's typically either after that red folder comes out, or if I do take a trade, it was either in London or in the Asian session. It was never in like the pre-New York or New York Open type of time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Goldie. I'd rather get a nice little resistance so we don't have to question the buys and all that, you know?
I do agree.
Nice
I would
resistance.
very much like to sell here instead of taking buys.
Yeah. What's up, Vicky?
Vicky in the build.
Let's go.
Yeah, Mohammed, it's Forex Factory if you're looking for the news site. Forex Factory. Nico, my mic, is it loud?
Not to me, but it could be.
It could be.
I think it
All
might
right.
be. My volume's a little low too, so.
All right, yeah.
You guys
don't know,
need me
it
to
might be.
adjust his volume for your ears? Your poor little ears?
Oh. Nah, that's too funny.
Jay Coop says not too loud. I think we'll be alright.
Okay, I think we're good then. Oh.
Let me get you a little binky too. Hold on. I know I got one around here somewhere. Where would you take the inverted celery? Anytime you're like in a targeted area. So like, let's say right here, right? I don't think I'm gonna have it in me to take the buys here, but let's just say like we had something like this go on. Like this is probably the best time you want to take it. Like if we can get a setup like that, I'll probably take that out, like out of this range here, just for like probably back into these highs, you know, for that pullback. Because personally, I don't really like the longs. Like I think even if we do go long, we move up just for the pullback and we reject pretty heavy and then start setting up the, you know, the next move to the downside. So yeah, you want to take like those inverted celeries anytime you're either at a target, and targets could mean so many different things, right? Target can mean, you know, that price was a 4 hour or something was going somewhere and it hit the target. Targets may also mean like you are just retracing. So this could be a target as well for like a retracement. So let's say you catch, or you don't catch this move up, price moves up here, and then all of a sudden, you know, price comes down and it closes like that. You know, that has now tapped a target itself, right? Which is where we wanted to see price pull back to. So anytime you tap into some of these targets is the best time to catch those, right? And maybe like this can even close bullish. Just pretend that the yellow is bullish, right? Like it can close bullish too, ideally below the range with a rejection as well. And that's still going to be an inverted celery right there. So it doesn't matter if it's bullish or bearish, as long as it's got a steep rejection wick, a small body, and a small lower wick or top wick, it's good to go.
Yeah, good to go. Let's see if you get that.
Yeah. What trades work? For me, it's typically the onion. The onion has the best, probably the best like win rate with the most trades. Yeah, onion or inverted celery is my number 1 or number 2. Believe it or not, too, highest entry time frame is 15 minute this year, like by a long shot.
Like, you mean the one you take it the most?
Look at that, by a long shot.
Wow. Oh my
15-minute
goodness.
entries, 30-minute entries.
Sheesh, bro. What?
Yo.
Okay, that's insane, actually. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, dude.
Oh wait, where do you see that? All that stuff. Is it in
It's on,
analytics? I've
Trade
never
Set,
seen that
yeah.
actually.
Yeah, if you guys don't know about TradeSet too, we created a journal here for like the community specifically to start tracking your trades and understanding what works best for you. Look at this. No surprise, right? Anytime I go high risk, we have a much higher chance of winning, right? Low risk, low chance of winning, and then normal is just, you know, regular.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is lovely. There's all the statistics you need here.
Yep. Yeah, one cool thing about this too is we have it so that you guys can we have it so that you guys can actually you know, create it like this. With you got your short position, your breakout, what time frame it was, what session it was, what type of risk. Then we have your emotions, your behavior, everything here. So this is a great great way to journal your trades. You could also put the picture down there as well, and yeah, take advantage of it. If you guys are using TradeSet, definitely take advantage of it. Yeah, we also put a personal growth and development kind of page in here for you guys to go check out some of our like recommended books, and you can mark what you read, what you still have to read, and all that. You can add new books. You can click them. We'll send you the it'll have a link for it and everything for you guys. So yeah, you guys should check out TradeSet if you're looking for a good journal. Like I said earlier, journaling is extremely important. It's got to be top priority on your list, and this one is kind of customized exactly to the way we trade and our style of trading. We put it all in there so that it's very, very easy to, you know, to work with. So check it out. I've been using it now for what, like I think 2 months, maybe a month or two. It's nice.
It's really nice. Yeah, I like it too. Very, very simple too. Just click it right in.
We got a cool little option for the watermark, so you put a watermark in there too. TT logo. So
TT style.
Nice. Yeah, it's pretty nice. All right, this is the pullback we want to see. This is it. Link for it is I think it's like !journal, something like that. All right, 1 or 2 15-minute candles, and I think that sets us up here. So what I want to see is maybe one more, and either this one kind of reject and that be our inverted celery for like 9:15, or really it would be 9:30 here would set that up. So we could do something like that, right? That's kind of like what I want to see, and then a nice break of the low on the next candle. We close partials at the wick fill, and then we just let it run, right, for the rest of the day if we can. So that's kind of the move I'm looking for. We also may get something like this that just shows up and then boom. So that I'm also open to taking, right? That could be one of the only pullbacks that we get on the day. You also may get something like this, closure below, and I'm open for all 3 of those at 9:30. What I'm not open for is probably the buys. So if price kind of moves up a little bit here on this next candle, I probably won't be interested in getting into any buys here or anything like that. So just waiting on potential sells. The only buys I take here is if we do move bullish and we don't go down. So let's say we move down, but we're not able to get in, and we close like this, right? Now we've got a little range here. This is the only way I take buys, is if we now get a clean closure back above, and that'll be our range 2 opportunity, and then we'll go in from the buys from there. That's that.
Yeah, I would love a range.
So
yes, sir.
I draw these out partially for you guys, but selfishly for me, right? So that way when the time comes and the pressure is on, I know exactly what I'm looking for. And if it wasn't one of those 4 or 5 ideas, then I know not to take it, right? I know I didn't draw that up. I didn't visualize that. That's not something I'm familiar with, and I can let it go. So that's another way to like take the best trades, is draw your ideas out or visualize them. You got a mind. I want you to think about an elephant right now. Wow. How easy was that, right? So now just think about what you want to see in the market, right? What candles you want to see, how you want to see them, what setups you want to see, and all that, right? So just plan your trades first, and then go ahead and wait for those opportunities.
Plan to trade to play.
Feeling a bang.
9:30 setting up here. I can feel it.
Yes, sir.
We shall see. Yeah, man.
Clean little structure on the 15, and we get back to it. I've been using these songs for years. I know. This is
That's
the original.
like the New York sound now. Like you just
Yeah.
can't get anything else.
No. Like every streamer should be obligated to play this song if they're streaming New York Session at this point.
Literally. What is New York Session without that music?
For real. What is trading without that music?
Literally, man. Like. Nick, do you like put it on sometimes when you're alone too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'll be
same
in
here.
trading.
Just to get in the vibe.
All of a sudden, I go into a little drawdown or something. I'm like, do. Put the music on. Pretend the whole chat's here. All right, guys, everyone remain calm. It's just you, bro.
Just talking to no one.
What's the point of taking low risk on low probability trades? There is no point. That's why I very rarely do it. No point. You know, there's a point when you're new because you just want to get in trades and, you know, you got that new, you know, that new excitement. So I get that. But then at some point you got to chill. You got to chill. At some point, if you want to make some money, you got to chill. Imagine the songs playing in Wall Street. Ding, ding, ding. NY open. It's just like, do, 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 do.
Guitar coming up.
up.
Oh, man. What's
Pulling
up,
back the
Spidey?
cells, yes.
Mr.
Spidey.
Gems. Let's get it.
Johnny Gems in the house.
Is he here? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is here.
Heary.
He's in the building.
Let's go, John.
What up, boys? What's up,
Morning,
chat?
John.
Good morning.
Yo,
What up?
how are you, brother?
Yo, I'm amazing. Blessed and highly favored. How are you?
Incredible.
Phenomenal, man.
Fantastic. Phenomenal.
Wonderful. Beautiful.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Energetic.
Incredible.
Epic.
Make the co-host.
What's
There
up?
you go. Let's make him co-host.
What's up, chat? Happy Friday, everyone. Hope everyone's feeling incredible.
Welcome to the winner's circle.
Hey, we all winning here. We all
Yes,
winning.
sir.
Yes, let's go. Great
Hi,
day.
Jacob.
NFP brought us the bleeder. Now we look for the resistance and continue on melting.
Money, bro. Money. 930 cheat code here. Coming in.
I love it.
Yes, sir. We wait.
That's it. That's what we get paid to do here. Wait.
Sir. Yeah, Nicola. Yeah, that's in the making. Europe, man.
There's prey. There's prey in the jungle, but we got to be wise and wait here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And we got 2 bullets to use, so we gotta make sure we make those bullets count. Can't waste them.
Yep.
2 trades.
Don't miss the shot, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, you either chill or the market will make you chill. Exactly.
Yep.
Oh man, I don't know how much the market will make me chill.
No matter the day, we gotta be on our game because the markets could really mess us up here if we're not.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And Q should pull back here as well a little bit.
930 NQ. It's getting dangerous here.
Dangerous. Wild. Goldie's setting up though, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's looking money
Let me
here.
just mark a zone here. This is pretty much target somewhere down here.
Would you like a
24
breakout
maybe.
too, or mostly like inverted celery and onion here?
Either one of those that I
Yeah,
drew
right.
up works for me. Yeah, so whether
Yes,
we
sir.
get like an onion up here or inverted celery, or whether it even if it closes somewhere around here, I don't mind that either, to fill that wick and then come down, and then yeah, if we get the closure below, I don't mind that either.
Yeah, I love that. Yep, same.
I'm just happy to be in this range, that's all. I'm just happy to be here.
Same here.
Got 1 bullet to trade. Okay.
Let's go.
1 bullet, man. Gotta use it wisely.
Is this a sign that things are getting back to normal? Normal. Normal.
Normal.
Wait, what? What's that? You mean like before 2020, or was it before 2001 normal? Or I'm sure there was some normals before then too. Which normal? They just keep pushing us through, man.
Normal. Yeah, man.
Oh, coming to Europe? Yeah, we'll make some. Well, we got some. We're going to New York. So for those of you guys that are in or around New York and you want to link up in July, mid-July, let us know. Or you can go into our Discord and fill out the RSVP form, and we'll put you on the list and we'll meet you out there. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. We might just have to mob out and just mob through the whole bro. There's this massive bowling alley. I was thinking about just getting all the lanes depending on how many people we have and just mobbing out at a bowling alley, and then like the next day going on a fire hike. Yeah, the bowling alley has like arcades in it, and
I think there's a restaurant in there
laser
too.
tag restaurant. Yeah, exactly.
Laser tag, yep.
FOMO.
Yeah, man. I like either one, you know. Bowling alley or the arcade game.
Yeah, or we could do a big arcade spot too. That would be pretty cool. We want to try and keep this like kid friendly and stuff too. I know some of you guys are bringing kids and all that, so try and keep it somewhat, you know, good old fashioned fun. Is it the one in Haverstraw? Nah, this one is in Westchester. Yeah, it's the White Plains one. How long is the meetup? We'll probably be linking up on the 17th, and then if anybody else wants to link up for like some type of outdoor excursion that we're gonna do, we'll do that on the 18th. So like 2 days. There is no normal, baby. This is the normal.
But I think of some more ideas too we could do.
Yeah. Have a good old-fashioned picnic, yeah? Mob out. Do a possible night owl. You know how those go.
Definitely, bro. We got to. Let's see the real ones who stay late with us.
Come early, stay late. That's all I got to say.
Who's going to be up with us at 3 a.m. talking about good things?
What's up, Damien? Happy Friday, bro. How are you, my man? Guitar. 1,000 pips is normal. Yeah, that's true. I'm in trading for 5 years. I'm not profitable yet. Could not find edge in trading. 31 years old. How old was I? When I started seeing profits, I was about 31. Yep. Yeah, that's good though. You got 5 years in. If you can't find an edge, you might not have to look any further. I'll be honest. We've helped hundreds and hundreds, couple thousand people make a lot of money just using this very simple basic system that we use on a day-to-day basis. It's pretty simple, but you know, it's obviously takes some time to learn and get the hang of, just like anything. But if you're, you know, a real good student and you really want to make trading work, we could simplify it for you. Just keep showing up here and asking some good questions, and we'll be happy to help you.
Yeah, you're in the perfect place, man. And you said you're trading for 5 years, but you cannot find an edge. You know, that tells me that you're strategy hopping, right? And that's like a endless cycle of just misery, you know? So like I said, you're in the perfect place. So just stay here, or at least find one system and stay consistent to that one system. Don't deviate, right? Find a system that fits your personality and never deviate. Just continue to grow and grow and grow with that system, because, you know, 5 years trading multiple systems versus 5 years trading one system are two completely different human beings, you know, and growth, two completely different types of growth. So I want you to stay consistent with one system that fits you. You know, don't be strategy hopping.
Yeah, you know, and I get it too. You're searching, you're looking, you're trying to find something that's perfect. And that's probably the issue too, is that you're trying to find something with like certainty or perfection or something that doesn't lose, but you'll never find that, you know. Every single system, every single strategy is going to come with a set of bumps and bruises and probabilities of trades going the opposite way that you want it to. And you just have to develop and, you know, just yeah, I say develop that probability mindset. But look, you can't have probability mindset if you don't have probabilities, and you can't know probabilities if you don't journal your trades. And you know, if you don't journal your trades, then you have zero information. And most people, they're just taking random trades. You know, they have a little system that they kinda, sorta, sometimes, you know, when they feel like it, they follow it. But other than that, they're going to jump at anything that the market shows them. So once you can truly stick to one specific way of doing it, that one way of doing it over time will guarantee you a result, right? So like, I'll use our strategy for an example. Once you get it right, you should probably be about 70% win rate with about 1R, right? That you're doing well, right? Here you can do very well. So that means that 30% of the time you're going to lose trades, right? So you're definitely going to lose trades. That doesn't say 100, right? It says 70. And you just got to be able to accept those losses as they come and move on, knowing that it wasn't you, it wasn't your problem, it wasn't something that you did wrong. It was simply the fact that this strategy has a 70% win rate and a 30% lose rate. So you just happen to get into a trade that fell into that category. So what most people do is they get into that trade and then they lose and then they get upset. And then they take another stupid trade and another one and another one. And they just repeat that cycle over and over and over again. And they never make money. So once you actually stick to a playbook, you can collect data on that playbook. That data will give you basically a guaranteed result over time. Let's say that's over 50 trades, right? And now you know what to expect. So when those losses do come, you're okay with them because you knew they would come. It's like getting punched in the face while you're in a boxing match. It's not going to hurt that much, right? You knew it was coming. But if somebody just sucker punched you out of nowhere in the bar or something like that, that would probably lay you out. So what was the difference? It wasn't necessarily the punch or, you know, the how hard the punch was. It was your awareness of it, your, you know, basically whether or not you were ready for it. So when you understand probability, you're ready for those losses to come, and you can just shake them off as no big deal and move on to the next best trade, because you know over 50 or 60 or 70 you're going to have a great win rate and you're ultimately going to be profitable.
Oh, so facts, man.
Clip that, rewind that back,
Very
listen
facts,
to
bro.
it 6 times today, 6 times tomorrow, 6 times on Sunday, and just lock that in. You know, grab that idea right there.
100%, man. Probability mindset. When you have that, you're able to embrace uncertainty. And, you know, you think about why you strategy hop, and it's really because you're searching for certainty in an uncertain environment like the market. So if you understand what Nick just said, you'll embrace uncertainty.
Yeah. You're going to have to.
Like,
it's
we
going to be
can take
different.
a loss, right? We could take a loss on the chin and still be confident because we are aware of probabilities, right? We understand that we're going to experience some losses, but ultimately win more. So when the losses do come, we won't be frustrated or annoyed of it or stressed. We would be just understanding that that's part of the game, thanks to our probability mindset and thinking.
Facts. And in the beginning, that will not register with you because we're so used to doing something to get paid and having to do it perfect and having to do it the best. And if we don't do it that way, then it's unacceptable and it's no good. And if we lose, we're a loser. And if we win, we're a winner. And you just got to shake all that stuff. Like, honestly, if you lose here, you're not a loser. And if you win here, you're not a winner either. You're just a good like action taker, a good player of the game, right? That follows the system and follows the rules that make that player good. That's all. I mean, that's how I kind of look at it as a game. And it's like, I want to be the best player in the game, right? And I know that the best player in the game becomes the best by following the rules and of dodging the game's traps and whatnot. So the rules are designed to help you dodge those traps on a day-to-day basis, because every day there's a trap, multiple traps, right? And like for instance, earlier today you had a breakout here, right? Fake out, but this is all before news, you know, and what do you know? Price breaks the high and melts. So that was a trap, right? There was also sellers, I'm sure, that got involved here on the break of these lows. Big trap, right? And then they really mess with your mind, because if you were in these sells and you got stopped out and then price drives, how messed up are you now? You need to go to like a psychiatrist. All of a sudden you need a psychiatrist. Yo, this game's no joke. and it just ripped the pockets off the newer individuals and newer traders, and just take their money like taking candy from a baby. So it's not until you learn the rules of the game and learn how it's actually supposed to be played, which is through a probability mindset, then you'll just keep getting robbed basically. And the market has no mercy. The market will keep robbing you and keep robbing you and keep, at least sometimes like a human, right? If they rob you 100 times in the street, 99 times, like, all right, I feel bad for this guy. I'm not gonna rob this guy anymore, right? But the market has no mercy to take your pockets every single time you give it.
The markets are the greatest thief out there.
Facts.
Ain't no one.
At least it can be.
Yeah.
It can be, but you could also tame not the markets, but yourself, right? In order to only like execute off of good probability setups.
Yeah, but it's just like the casino too, like Mark Douglas talks about. I mean, if you come in consistently in the casino and you're the player, I mean, everything will be taken from you, right? Yeah. But again, if you come in with let's say you're the casino, right? Like we have an edge here, we're the casino now. We will take money from the market, but you got to be mental composed. You got to have emotional intelligence. You got to have all these things to the equation, not just, technicals or something, right?
Yep.
Bro, 9:30 here.
Coming in hot.
9:30.
1 minute on the closure, so we'll see what happens here. But I want you to, one thing before we take this next trade or take any trade ever, the first question is not, oh my God, you're drooling all over the place, right? No, calm down, right? The first thing you need to do is ask yourself a question, and that question is, am I going to be okay taking this setup if it loses? Is this one that if it loses, I can say, hey, that was a good position. The time frames were lined up. I moved about it properly according to the higher time frames. And then if that's a no, then you got to back off that trade, man. Right? But as long as it's a yes and you can accept the loss and you can accept that trade could go against you, then that's the trade that you want to, take advantage of. All right, let's see. Do we get the closure?
Where are you targeting here?
So I'll be targeting like 13. There's some support down here. 13, 14, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Plus, you got the wick. After we break that wick, most likely we'll get a big push here. So let's see if we can get a top wick on this candle and then potential opportunities to get involved here.
Sorry.
Let's see if we can get a little bit of a better top wick than that.
You gotta have previous stops here?
Yeah. Stops for me are gonna be roughly, previous candles.
Yep.
Kind of want to see it wick down, like a nice little wick down first, and then the entry after that. Patience is a position, yeah. All right, let's see if we can get a quick like wick down, and then set the sell stop here. Yeah, that should be good. I'm gonna have a sell stop on the break of that low right there.
Order filled.
All righty, let's see if we can go. All right, let's see here. We got so full TP, somewhere gonna be down here at like 14.15, and then for me partials be like right around this zone here. So let's take out 3. What is that? 44.20 for partials. All right, let's see if we can keep pushing here on gold. This is a trade that I'd be totally fine with taking a loss on. So that's the best part about it, is I could say, hey, totally fine taking a loss on this trade. It's a part of my plan. I drew it up prior to this, and I could execute with confidence knowing, hey, if I win or lose this trade, it's all good. Yeah, full TP, honestly, man, like 44.05, I think is pretty solid. Can you guys hear that noise in the background?
On YouTube, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Not in the clubby.
She's almost done. All right, so we'll see what happens here. But we should continue down. We should continue lower. My stop's going to be up at 44.49 up here. 44.49. Yeah, I think partials for me, actually, this will probably most likely just be break even if we can get there. BE. And then I'll move my partials down here to that support. Right there. Perfect. All right, cool. And if you're not in yet, then the re-break of the low looks amazing. Marcus, not your friend. Only way to win in trading is to always be... Yeah, there you go. Trade for tomorrow. Exactly. Exactly. Patience is a position. That's right.
Bro, I love that. I heard you say that too. Patience is a position too.
It
You know,
really is,
that's bars right there, man.
Yeah, it really is. All right, let's see if we can come on down now and break the lows. Should be good.
Gem of the week right there.
Gem of the freaking
What?
week, man.
What, patience
Yeah, I
is
love
position?
Patience is a position.
Yes.
that. Literally, man. Because patience is one of the hardest thing in trading too. Like time wastes so much in the trading.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
And
again,
especially
you gotta,
the part. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I was gonna say you got to be patient while you're in the trade too. So you got to be patient to wait on it, patient to wait for it while it's active, right? And really just kind of sit back and get out of the way for the most part.
Yeah, and especially because too, one thing too, like we always patient in drawdown. The thing is also to be patient just in the other way around. You know, you got to be patient in the green too. If you got to be patient in the red, why are you not patient in the green when you're seeing profit, but you're way too patient in the red area? It's like then it comes back to break even. And you're like, oh, what if it comes back up and then you close off? Like the idea is still running.
Yep. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
It
man.
definitely happens.
Also like patience in a way where you like you know as a trader you can't do anything until tomorrow or something. It's not like a sales where you can just call more people, you know. It's like you gotta wait for tomorrow for the opportunities to lay in front of you.
Yeah. Yee, breathe air. Someone was watching my stream that I know, and they thought it was hilarious that we tell people to breathe. Just chill out, take a couple breaths. Everyone relax.
Breathe air.
Breathe.
You got that on the soundboard?
Nah, it's funny. I actually deleted a couple sounds too because they were actually taking up a lot of space on my computer.
Oh wow.
Like I would have never thought the sound was gonna take up that much space, but it was.
Yeah, man.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Makes sense, actually.
Fuck.
Yeah. Fuck.
We got no more fuck.
Yeah, we need
We
to
got
bring
no more
it back.
fuck.
Oh, that was too funny. Bro, do you want to get a new computer still, or are you just gonna?
This computer's like perfectly fine. I just had to free up
Okay.
some storage. But
Okay.
yeah, I might be. I mean, I just got a new computer, but it's upstairs, so I might start streaming up there from time to time too. But I've had people basically living with me in my house for a couple weeks, so I'll get up there soon. I've had some family here.
Sorry.
Bum, 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 bum. Is this an A risk? I just think this is a good trade. Nothing too spectacular, like nothing like that I'm trying to full port or anything like that. All right, there we go. Lovely. All right, cool. We can go break even here. And if you guys want to close any partials also looks pretty good at this point. But I'm going to hold partials until 14. 14. Beauty. Beauty. Just beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Get me, Linda. Oh, I'm taking that.
Order
I'm
filled.
taking that. All right, stops break even. Partials have been closed. And that's the Friday for us, my friends. Let's see if we can get a runner out of this. Gold should continue melting, and we should continue earning. See, I haven't closed anything just yet on my live account. See if we can get a bigger push here. Let's go, let's go. All right, partials. I'm going to close partials on my live account here. So let me just do that. Boom, stops to BE, and that's it. We're good to go. Nice trade. Congratulations, everyone that took that trade. Exactly what we drew up, right? We planned this trade. This trade was well planned. We were A-okay with taking any sort of a loss on this trade, right? It did not matter. This is a good playbook position, and this is one that we have to step into. So great job, everyone, and happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Congrats.
Yes, sir. Will you say trade is overextended? Nope. We got a brand new resistance right here. Right, you got a nice clean resistance, a nice clean breakout. This candle didn't have the greatest lower wick, but I mean, come on. It's obvious, right? That price is likely to, the probability was much higher. I mean, if we didn't have any wick, I would have stayed out of that, but you know, that was totally fine there. And again, that's the reason, if you guys heard me, I said, hey, I want this current candle to flip down a little bit. So I wasn't really that comfortable taking it on the break of the low, but once we flipped down, now we had a brand new low and we started moving back up, and that's when the sell stop was placed. So you see there was a little bit of strategy there, right? Like a lot of people will miss things like that where I say, hey, you know, not yet, not yet, not yet. Okay, now do it, right? Because now we had broken the low, kind of flipped back bullish, and now we got it on the re-break at 9:30. And then, you know, once you break this low here, that one to the left, that's where you should be in for a good ride there. So great trade, everyone. Any questions? Any questions? We talked about this. We drew it up beforehand. We knew that gold was extremely bearish. We knew that we would likely get maybe one candle to pull back and then another candle to close back below. We drew up the idea whether we were taking the sells from like up top, midway, or below, and this just happened to, you know, close below for us, one of our three options, and that was enough to get us involved. Whew, sniper exit. Holy smokes. Holy. All right, we should continue down. We should continue down. It's just now whether or not, you know, BE is going to survive or not. But I think we should have no problem tapping 44.04 by the time we leave here. Maybe even, yeah, maybe even like 43.99. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Any questions? Any questions? 300 away from passing a funded account. All right. All right. That sounds like that should happen in the next one or two trades. Perfect trade. Still a sick trade. Oh, thank you, bro. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, June 2023. Still here, man. Still here. Getting it done. Actually, probably just really banking off all that experience, too, from 2023 and, you know, prior to that and whatnot. But thanks for pulling up, showing some love. 2023, man. What happened yesterday? Yeah, I had a problem with OBS. I had to like free up storage. Yep. Gold should give us runners. Absolutely. Only one question is, can I get W's in the chat? Hey, if you took the trade, spam a W in the chat. If you understood the trade, spam a W in the chat. If you didn't quake, spam a W in the chat. I thought that was a perfect setup. You know, nothing too crazy, but lined up, you know, to what we needed. I think the only reason I went a little lower on my size is because of that lower wick there. But other than that, it was valid. It was valid. Yeah. Nice, nice. Let's go. Half of the club, baby. Let's go. Let's keep breaking these lows now and get ourselves a push. Can we get the push? Wow. Yeah, nice job. Nice job. Boom, boom, boom. Does anyone have questions on the trade? Anyone wondering why we still got in, or whether it was overextended? I think I kind of explained that. The no lower wick thing, I kind of explained that. Yeah, that's probably it. We all know that you could trade an elite wave. My question is, how's golf going? Psh, better than ever. Did I not tell you guys I shot an 88? Hold on.
Was that the last game still?
Yeah, you know, I was on my way to golf on Tuesday this past week, and actually my tire caught a flat on the way, so it changed up my whole entire plan there, and I had to go, you know, get the car towed. This thing has run flats and no spare tire. Run flats didn't even like run after it was flat, so I had to end up getting the car towed. But you know what? It's fine. I had an opportunity that day to practice positivity, you know, and not get all upset and frustrated and act like a little baby, you know. And I just, you know, decided to make the best of it. And you know what I thought about, though? The golf gods, you know, they're letting me hang on to that 88 one more week. And I say, you know what? You deserve to hang on to that 88 one more week. I say, you know what, honey? You're right. Because who knows what the score in the next round could be. But yeah, nah, golf's going good, man. Golf's going great. I'm beginning to really get passionate about it. I've been hitting the range a lot too, so no surprise I'm broke 90 and starting to get better. Just like trading. Why is your full TP where it is again? If you look left, there's like some support here. I think it's on the 30-minute. Yeah, like down in these wicks. Honestly, my full TP is really down here, so I'll probably take another set of partials at that area, and then let full TP run down. Why not? Once we or if we break this low and hit my second partials, I'm gonna move my stop into profit as well. Why don't I hold positions longer? It's just this is just the way that makes me a lot of money, so I just do it this way. Any possible re-entry? Nah. That was it, man. That was the move. All right, let's go. Let's see if we can rip through here. How to build confidence to hold trades when in profits? Data. That's where we go back to talking about the journaling and stuff. You gotta. I mean, 9:30. I know that trades will run a little longer if I'm in the right direction. So sometimes I'll tend to hold it a little longer at certain times, but I learned that through data. Right click to set partials. You just right click and then you pick it. So yeah, you would do like a buy limit here. Limit buy, and then however many you want to close. So I got 2 contracts left here. So I got 1 going out there if it gets hit, and then 1 more down here. Yeah, and that'll go to 1 once this one gets closed, if it gets closed. Got slipped, tapped out at BE. Oh wow, BE. Oh. Damn, where'd you get slipped to? Is this breakout correct? Yeah, this would be a breakout. Yeah, it's like a 30-minute breakout. So, you know, like I said earlier, like waiting on that flip, those are things that you want to do like during high volume times. Like I know someone here is going to see that. They might have stayed out of this trade due to the no wick, and then they hear me say, yeah, once it breaks the low, flips, then put it on the the low again. But again, these are really during the higher times of volume, like 9:30, and when you got super clean direction. I mean, was anyone wondering whether or not gold would go up or down, right, after that closure? Like, it was pretty obvious that gold was likely to move down after all this, right? So the probability was way more in favor for price to move down there today. So there's other things that have to align, right? Not just a little low and being formed and then do it at any moment. It's a matter of having volume in the market, direction, and just being there at the right time. So 9:30 is a good time. London Open is a good time, or a half hour after London Open, Asian Open, around those times. All right, I'm gonna snag me another partial, little partial here if I can. Let's see if we re-break the low there. What's the best time to trade London? What do you think, Magnus? Like 3:30, 3:15?
Yeah, 3 to 4, 3:30 probably.
3 to 4. Yep. It's like New York session.
Yes, sir.
In my opinion, the best time is like between 9 and 10. So that's why.
Just like Asia too.
Yeah, same in Asian, between 9 and 10. Yeah, we go live in Asia session at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then we trade until about 10 p.m. So really, most of our trades are probably, I'd say, between 8:30 and 9:30, or 8:30 and 10. And then same thing here with New York session. All the trades, really New York session, a lot of them are between 9 and 10, I'd say.
Yep.
We do a little golfing. Yeah, no, the other day when I shot that 88, like, it was, I was questioning who I was. I was like, who am I right now? Like I had this, like this par 4, I hit just a beautiful shot into the fairway. And then from the fairway on the green, I'm like, who am I? Nikki Scheffler right now? Like, what? Like, I almost never did that before on a par 4. Like, I was shooting birdie, basically, like not too far from the hole, man. It was epic. I'm like, who is this guy? My God. But of course, like, why does that happen when you're playing alone? Well, what's going on with that? Like, I had to film
Order
that whole
filled.
round so that way my brothers can see it, so they knew I wasn't BSing them. It's crazy. What was that, Linda? Oh, order filled. Okay, thank you. All right, I'm gonna move stops into profit here a little bit. 420, yeah, 420ish, 419. Do I think gold's gonna keep moving down? Yeah, it's likely to move down. Yeah, I think we could see like 97 there, and then from there, I don't know. I don't know after that. Let me I gotta mark this up here real quick. Mark it up, baby, mark it up. What a fire. Oh my goodness, man. Epic. Yeah, so for instance, when you're journaling your trades, you want to take like a screenshot of your trade. You want to go in, and then whether or not you're using, it doesn't really matter what like what journal you're using. If you're using the trade set one, it's all there for you though. So you go in, and that's where you have the opportunity to click on whether or not it was a breakout. Like this one here would be a 15-minute breakout. It would be a short breakout, 15-minute New York session, normal risk, focused, right? And then I'll put the picture and the exit and all that was planned. This one was early, right? Like, so you could just kind of map things out and see where you're at. So that's how I'll do this one. And look, we tried to make this journal very similar to the spreadsheet. You guys remember the spreadsheet back in the day? So where you had all that stuff on the drop down, and it made it very easy for you to just kind of journal the trades. Some of you guys, I'm sure, are actually still using the spreadsheet, which I think is a good spreadsheet to use, but we tried to do that in a journal form. That way everything's easy, quick little drop downs, and because again, traders don't want a journal, right? So that process should be easy. It shouldn't be too crazy. At least if you have it journaled in, then, you know, a little while later you can go in and write your emotions and all that good stuff. NFP was positive for unemployment rate. Gold continue to be, yes. Yeah, I think gold continues to melt here. I mean, all the news, you know, says will melt, and everything's looking good here. And by the way, chat, Asian session. Look at that. Look at the daily. Just look at it. Are we good or are we good? We good or we good? I remember I went to an IML meeting. They said, yes or yes? Yes or yes? Said, I guess yes. Yeah, but look at that daily wick fill, man. Just perfect. Well anticipated here today. Congrats to everyone who's seen that coming, everyone who anticipated that, who kind of understood the idea of all that happening, and now we're seeing it. We drew it out in Asian. You might get a little pullback here and stuff. I would probably assume that we would pull back a little bit, so whatever happens, happens. I'm pretty much fully out of the trade. Thank you for your mentorship. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. Will be a very nice week ahead. Yes. Yes. If you guys aren't in the clubhouse and you want to mob out with us tomorrow, we're going to do a webinar tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. Plus, if you're struggling, you know, I know there's some people struggling here. We got a full course in there. We have a ton of hours upon hours of technical analysis webinars on how to handle your emotions and handle yourself while you're in a trade or out of a trade. And I mean, if you're not getting the results you need, invest into yourself, invest into some type of education so you don't have to keep spinning your tires, right? Over and over and over. Second half of the year has never been a better time to lock in. Hey, yo, how you doing? Yo, thanks for the dono. Holy. Yes, sir. Let's go. Thank you, man. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. Outwitting the Devil, great book. Yes, top 10 books for me. Possibly even top 5.
Yeah, great book. Very nice.
First week of June was fabulous. Yo, it was. Yeah, we made some money this week. We made some money. Trying to figure out when the 4 hour is bearish but price has already tapped and run past the previous 4 hour low. What makes you keep shorting the continuation there and instead of standing down and waiting for the fade? How do you know when the move is done? You don't. You don't necessarily always know when the move is done, but it's a collective like the daily. I'm planning on the daily wick fill, right? So if I'm planning on that daily wick fill, then price is likely to keep pushing through that 4 hour support and then wick into those areas. At the same time, you have all this clean range to come down on the 1 hour. You have clean range to come down on the 30-minute time frame, and then the 15-minute as well. So that's really what we wanted to take advantage of. Notice how once we tapped into these levels here, we were almost all the way out of the trade and just leaving runners. So we wanted to take advantage of the rest of that clean range with a bias of this daily candle coming down into like 97 or like 40 44, like let's just say 4440 or 4400, right, on the nose. That's probably where price will want to run down to basically fill that daily wick. It'll be just shy of the wick fill, and it's about putting it all together. It's not just one time frame, but seeing, okay, where can we let this trade run to? Do we have clean traffic? And yeah, that was pretty much it. Sheesh, Goldie. Wow. What a move. What a move. I'm out. I'm taking this whole thing right here. Close it.
Order filled.
Dunzo. That's the week. That's the week. All right. Let's copy this again. Beautiful trade. All right, that's it, man. I don't know. What now? What do we do now? I don't even want to tell you how much I made on my live account. It's absolutely disgusting. And I don't even... Crazy. Crazy stuff. Close full times 3. Okay. Oh, 3 combines passed. That's amazing. That's amazing. Done deal. Enjoy the day. Touch some grass. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things about trading is like knowing just when to be done, right? Just when to hang it up. I mean, what more could we ask for outside of that, right? So just a lovely trade. This should be it. We should probably tap into this target now, and yeah, we might keep going, but that's it for me, man. That's it. That was exhausting. All right, cool. Let's see. That's the best part about it. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. How do we deal with this one? I should have held more. So what I would do is I would say, you know what time was it? Oh, it was 9:30. Okay, it ran a lot at 9:30. Why? Well, that's the New York session open really, and you'll start to. What I did was I would close early, and then I would find times where price would run, and I would say, you know what, maybe I should let the 30-minute candle close at that time, or at least get to my target. So you find little times where you want to hold trades a little bit longer, but notice how I didn't, I still took my profits, right? When I did at these levels. So I still respect, all the levels to the left-hand side. And I mean, that's the only way, you're going to know that sometimes here and there, during high volume, London Open, New York Open, Asian Open, trades will run a little bit more. But at the end of the day, I mean, you got to look left. I mean, looking left makes me look good in front of you guys, right? Oh my God, how'd you get the partials there? How'd you take full there? It's I don't know, just look left. Just look left. All right, this was one area, and then this was another. So if we look left, what do you know? Partials is here, right? And then TP is down there. So yeah, just looking left to get right. That's what I would say. Hey, yo, Green. Whoa, what's going on there, bro? What's going on, buddy? I'm about to report you. He said, yo, Nick's, he put that joint on Nightbot. What? Hey, yo. Yo, we waited 3 sessions. Yup. This was, so last 2 sessions got no trades. This one got a trade, and it was well worth it. No bottom wick. Bye-bye. Adios. Johnny Gems, how are you, buddy?
Bro, I'm amazing.
Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Blessed and highly favored. I'm chilling, man. I got a massage here today. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, yo.
Oh, man.
What time?
Like 1:30.
Okay, nice.
Sheesh, man. Nice, John.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Man's about to get that massage.
I'm feeling great.
Where at? No. You can't say that. It's too public. It's too public to say that.
Somewhere on planet Earth.
Dude's about to creep in on Johnny Gems after his massage. Hey, can I get your autograph?
Can I get your autograph?
Yeah. I'll write down a gem on there.
Write me down. Give me a gem.
One you didn't hear yet.
Are you Johnny Gems? You've got to give me a gem. I've been waiting to meet you my whole life. You guys are funny. Where's them AI photos of John's massage? Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Here they come.
Can you explain the trade setup again? Yeah, so pretty much like what we were looking at was you had your daily candle that was bullish, right? So you did close back above the range. You had that wick fill, we were respecting the lows too, you know, when we came here today. And we talked about this in the Asian session last night about this candle just being a fluke pretty much, right? And possibly seeing this next daily candle come down and just fill the range, right? So you kind of seen it a couple times overall in this on the last couple moves on the daily time frame. You just get this random bullish candle and then boom, big move. Random bullish candle, big move. Random bullish candle, nice move, right? So here it is again. And you know, at this point we had caught up to that, right? That little pattern there. So although we did close above and we would have been open for the buys, we still were leaning towards the potential move down here off the daily time frame, just in our analysis over the, you know, past couple hours from Asian session on. So although price could have moved up and we definitely had a bullish, we definitely had ideas for the bullish move, I really liked the ideas for the sells, right? So NFP comes out, you got a 4-hour candle that smashes through the lows here, big push down, 1 hour big push down, right? 30 minutes, same thing. The only opportunity that we really had was that 15 minutes. So we let this move go down. This was 8:30, your NFP open. This was 8:45, which is like that last 15 of the 1 hour, and then this was your open, your 9 a.m., right? Your open of the 1 hour candle. And we knew that, hey, we want to stay bearish here. So price is moving down. In order to take new sells, we can't just take sells here. We'll probably be grabbed up as liquidity. And what do you know, right? There's the break of the low. And then while that low was breaking, notice how what we were saying. We were saying, hey, that's perfect. That's going to be the wick for us to potentially fill. So what we were looking for was a pullback, right? You guys know how the markets go. We all started on YouTube. What is forex, right? And in that video, it shows you, hey, for higher highs, higher lows, right? It shows you all lower low, lower highs. So here you have price moving down, but we need a lower high, right? We need one of these to eventually take a new sell. So we drew up the couple ideas, and one of the ideas was this one, right? Where you just get one bullish candle and then the next candle closes below the range. So we drew up that idea. That happened. This was your 9 a.m. candle, that bullish one, 9:15. This sets up the move for 9:30, and then 9:30 you start continuing down, right, in that downtrend, and then that was the opportunity. If you noticed here, I did not have a sell stop on the break of that low, right? I needed that candle to flip down first, create a brand new low of its own, and then as it kind of came back up, because this opportunity was so good and probability was such in our favor to go down here versus up, right? Obviously could have still went up, but more in favor, a lot more in favor to go down. We enter on the break of that low anyway, and then that's where you get the push, right? And then partials was what I showed you over there to the left, and then full TP was, you know, the other thing I showed you over there to the left. So that was it. And then fully out of that trade, we went break even here. There was a, you know, a little support over there too. We just looked left for this, and that, and then just made, you know, made moves when those parameters were hit. So that was pretty much it. And that's going to be our daily wick fill, and that's going to be it. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting a further move down. We've filled the wick on the daily. That was my plan for the day. And now that that's done, I'm done. Yeah. Now that that's done, I'm done. Yeah, and then look at that. No surprise here. We close a no bottom wick. Isn't that so interesting? Isn't that so cool? What you know about candles? How these candles will give you secrets. They will tell you the clues. Like I said in the course, where, you know, the candles speak a certain language. It's just, do you speak the language too, right? Do you understand that language when they're trying to give it to you? So nice little wick fill, and whether or not this thing continues down or not today, it may just continue down just through brunt force of price needing to move down. But logically, that's it for me. That's my trade. Re-entry? Holy!
Ain't getting that.
Monday, brother, Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Monday. Watch live today. I think again. Negative RR trader. Hey, that RR, man. It's the illusion. It is quite the illusion. Yeah. surely is. What you guys got going on for the weekend?
My dad's birthday tomorrow, so we're gonna celebrate that. Otherwise,
nice.
really nothing here.
Nice,
Okay.
bro.
Calls
cool.
and stuff, and yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. What about you guys?
No, I'm just gonna get this massage today. Probably hit the movies tomorrow. And I'm not too sure yet what I'm doing.
The
Sunday.
movies, eh?
Yeah.
I seen that they're actually coming out with a new movie. Yeah, I think it was like, was it Scary Movie? Scary Movie
Scary
or something
Movie.
like that? Yeah, like,
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
bro, I haven't seen
That's-
a movie come out in forever.
Yeah.
Haven't seen a movie come out in forever. When I upload, I put in the info, but I was 304, I won 3. Hold on, wait. Info, but it was negative 305. Email us at the trade set email, and they'll take a look. Yeah, I'm not too sure, to be honest. So if you email, that'll be your best and quickest way. And they're really good with their email support too. They'll be like probably right on top of it.
What you doing this weekend, Nick?
This weekend, yeah, we got some change of plans kind of. So we kind of freed up the weekend here. So I don't know. We're gonna do the webinar tomorrow, and then yeah, it's kind of just pretty open.
All right, cool. Yeah.
No like actual plans.
No. That's good too sometimes.
Yeah. Couple little errands, but that's about it. Gotta go to work. All right, Gary. Have a great weekend too, bro. Later, Joshua. Have a great day. Peace. All right. I think we're good. I think we're golden. Y'all good?
Yes, sir.
Great, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you good?
The webinars go over the week's trades. Yeah, we usually do one webinar specifically that goes over all the trades taken. Sometimes we do it for like a bi-weekly thing. A lot of times we do it for a month, but yeah. 1.2 to 1.3 profile. Thought that would join. Hey, let's go, Keegan. Let's get it. Do I like the 4-hour closure? No, no bottom wick. Yeah, no bottom wick. So no bottom wick, no
Nah, it's
entry.
trash.
Personally, I think any trade that you're gonna take today is just residue off of the move. You know, so it might not be a lot of big moves or anything. You might be able to scalp a little bit here and there, but I'll be honest. I think that was it.
I don't even know about bias at this point. No.
Nah, not even. Yeah, that's probably it. I mean, that was the only move that I wanted today. So therefore, like, the market's closed at this point now. There's nothing else I want from it today outside of that move right there. So that was it for me, and I don't think I don't think price gonna move too much, you know, throughout the day now. Just hang it up and come back on Monday, baby. That's right, Dante. That's right. Let's go, Juan. I love that. No worries. Y'all are all VIP here. Hell yeah. You're welcome, brother. Great job. Proud of you, man. Trade Set? Yeah, they do have great customer service. We know the guys at Trade Set very well, so. No bottom wick on the 15. It had a small wick, so what happened was I waited for this candle to make a low and then come up a little bit, and then I set it. You know, the top wick was there. We broke the low the first time. If it would have ran there, I would have had to let that go, unfortunately. But, you know, it actually gave me a minute to pop back in. So once it broke this low, we had a low down here. We came back up, kind of flipped bullish, and then I put my entry right there. Yeah, but if it never came back up, I would have had to let that go, gang. I would have had to follow my rule here. So if you stayed out of this trade because that no bottom wick, you got my respect here today. Big time. Right? I'm definitely more of an experienced trader. Obviously, I know certain things. I've seen it a lot. If you're a newer trader that stayed out of this, even though I was getting in, but you stayed out, I respect you It's the highest level. Not easy to do. I respect you even more if you don't revenge trade and get all FOMO too. So that's just a message for anyone who stayed out of that trade. Like, good job. Honestly, if you don't have the experience and that didn't quite make sense to you, you did what most people can't even do. So way to stand on your own word and your own plan. We do a little waterfall. It's not easy to catch the first waterfall sometimes, especially when you got NFP, you know, unless you got lucky or something, right? But this was no luck. This was pure playbook setup, planned price action that we wanted, and we took advantage of it. You guys see that, right? You guys see how this could be luck? Break of the low, just get in, versus actual planned trades. Very, very important. Oh, day trade Bitcoin? Yeah. What's up with Bitcoin?
I don't know. It's getting lower and lower.
That boy Michael Saylor said, yo, whatever you do, never, ever, ever sell your Bitcoin. Sell your kidneys, but never your Bitcoin. And here he is.
He might be right.
Dropping coins off. Who knows?
Oh,
Who
yes.
knows what the play is on the chessboard, though. So I just...
Funny, man.
It's whatever.
Funny. Bro,
These dudes are wild, and they kept like dollar cost averaging in, and it just brought their entry worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
Bro, the funny thing is, though, people saying they be buying Bitcoin when it gets lower, and they never buy a thing.
Never. I got me some more BTC. Regardless, I don't even care if it goes to zero. Good shot here though to get, you know, some entries. If you had 5 Express accounts, how would you trade? Would you copy trade 5? So yeah, so I used to either copy trade all 5 of them at the same time, or what I would do is copy trade 4 of them, and then I'd leave another one on its own. So let's say I took this trade on all 4 of the accounts, I can literally lock out of that account, and then let's say I was trading another session later, I'll probably or let's say I've seen another trade during this session, I'll take it on the other XFA. So that way, in case I lose, I don't blow my profits on the 4. So it's nice because if you have 4 tied up, right, 5 altogether, and then 1 over here, this is your primary trading account, right? So whether you take a win or a loss, either way now you can lock out here and then just trade that other account for the next session. So I like doing stuff like that. Yeah, because then you're not, you know, and then the next trade you take, you don't have to risk the profits on this one. You can kind of just have a fresh account. On a 50K, how much would I risk? Depends how much I was in profit, if I was in drawdown, but how much drawdown do you get on the 50K again? Is it 2K?
Okay, yeah.
2K, so I'd probably risk like 3 to 500 per trade. And then build up a buffer, you know, build up a little profit, and then maybe start going like 5 to 6 per trade. Why do people just trade with all their own money? Why all the funded stuff? I think a lot of people trade funded. I mean, newer traders that come in, it's obviously it costs less to learn, so it's not like you have to fund your own account with 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. So I think just the upfront cost is a big seller. They're learning accounts really. So I think a lot of newer traders, I've kind of grown to just enjoy trading my live account this year. I haven't really been focused much on funding. Doing well on my accounts or whatever, but yeah, I've just been focusing on my own live account. But in the beginning, you know, when I was a newer trader and I didn't have as much capital, I would, you know, take those funded challenges and I learn a lot. You know, that's the cool part about it too, is they set you up with rules. So you're going to learn how to follow a set of rules. I think they're good for learning. But once you know what you're doing and you start trading well and you're getting payouts, that's when I say you take those payouts, put that into a live account, because there is nothing, and I mean nothing, like trading your own money. It's the greatest thing ever. Like even the other day, remember I made the 7K? I took that 7K out that day, right? I was able to request a withdrawal that very day, where in the fund and stuff, you got to wait till 5 days, and then you can only take a certain percentage. So I think once you skill up, right, and you got the skill down, and you're starting to be profitable, and you're finding yourself getting payouts, that's the opportunity now to take that cash from those payouts, or at least a percentage of it, and start putting it into a live account that you can start to trade on. So yeah, I think it's just good for newer traders and traders that lack the capital. Yeah, that's it. Because you got a lot of people that would love to trade, they just lack capital. And you know, you can't really make that much on a $300 account, $500 account, right? So a lot of times traders will look to the funded route, where they use other people's money, and yeah, just helps them. I mean, it helped me out a lot. Like in the beginning of my trading, there wasn't really funding companies that I knew about. So I was the guy, you know, the kid that was literally just investing like 500 to 1,000 in my accounts, right? I was like 500,000 bucks in my account, and then I would like blow it, you know, because I was a new trader and I was just learning. But then I had to reload it up, you know, with 500 to 1,000, 500 to 1,000, and then you know, the prop firm thing helped me out, because now, you know, when I was trading on a $500 account, I was only able to make like 100, you know, realistically, on that account per day max. But when I took 500 and I invested into this funded account, and then all of a sudden I got basically a 100K account, which was 8K, or no, I think it was 10. Yeah, 10K of drawdown is really what I purchased, and 10K of drawdown. And then from there, I was already developing the skill pretty well. And at that point now, I was able to get some, you know, it took me a couple tries, but eventually I got a payout. And on that, you know, $500 to $1,000 investment, I made like 12 grand. So that really helped out, because I wouldn't have been able to do that with just maybe a $500 account. But because I was able to leverage the prop firm, you know, I was able to get bigger payouts. And then like, I think the first one was actually like 7K payout. And then, you know, from there, I was kind of now playing in profits, because I was nowhere near 7K on the like on the account. It was only like 500 bucks. So yeah, that's why I think most traders, especially newer traders, are going to go the prop firm route, and I would probably recommend that too. And then once you start getting those payouts, you know, then you kind of put those payouts into your live account. Yeah, percentage of them. You don't even have to put it all. Start with my own live account. I just don't understand the prop firms. Yeah, they're, you know, the prop firms is, again, when you're using somebody else's leverage, you're following somebody else's rules, right? So the lender, right, is always slave, or I should say the borrower is always slave to the lender, so to speak, right? So you have to play by their rules. It's kind of like you know, when you were living at your parents' house, and your parents, when you were a kid, they go, oh, you're not going to do that under my roof, right? Like, it's my house, my rules. You know what I mean? So same thing with the funding companies. But once you get on your own live account, now you have the freedom to, you know, just trade your own rules, right? You still need to trade by rules, but now you get to do it on your, you know, on your own dime, pretty much. Are 3 months enough to learn when you lock in? Everyone's different. You know, there was a guy here earlier, he said, you know, he's been trading for 5 years and he hasn't been able to you know, lock in on edge yet. So everyone's going to be different. You know, I have a guy in the elite program, this young kid, he got it. He honestly, he got it. It took him probably 3 months to make a couple little tweaks and, you know, failures and stuff like that. We worked together month by month, and I don't think he's had a negative month ever since. So some kid, it took him 3 months. It took me 3 years, you know, so it just all depends. How much profits put aside for tax? Half. Half. I use Tradeovate. Yeah. Yeah, you should, basically everyone should just have a tax reserve account, you know, keep a tax reserve account, put 40% of your income in that tax reserve account every single time you get paid, right? If you're a business owner or whatnot. So that way when, you know, things come and, you know, you're not, you know, empty. Denmark, they just take it right out, right? They don't even let you. They don't even let you create a tax reserve account.
I mean, you can, but that's only with like businesses and stuff.
Oh, okay. And then the rest they just take it right away.
Yeah. Otherwise, they just take it right away. You don't even get the money.
Yeah. What is my move at this point? Sheesh. Probably in a few minutes, get out of here, and then just go see what's going on outside in the house. The vacuums, the cleaners are here, so the vacuums have been going all morning. So I'll probably walk out to a nice, clean space. Do I have an S Corp? Yes, I do. Yeah. Or you could just choose the file exempt and... Oops. My bad. I never used that button before. Any golf or pickleball today? Sheesh, maybe if John was here, I'd play some pickleball. Man left
now. How you play pickleball?
Man left me for a massage.
Gotta wait a couple months.
In New York.
Yeah. Yep.
Beautiful weather outside in Florida today. Yeah, it really is. Yeah. I might take my Porsche out. We just got it washed and stuff, so I might just go for a nice long ride or something. All right, I think we end this stream, though. What a week. Great week it's been. I think we get out of here. I think it's about that time. Yeah, it's about that time, man. Great job today. Incredible mindset, incredible thought process, great patience, great execution. I think this whole week was just a phenomenal example, right off of the month of May, right? We took a loss on Wednesday, got it right back an hour later, just keeping it logical and standing on business, staying professional. So good job this week, man. Good job, chat. Job well done, and we get to do it all over again next week, which is the best part about it. So
best part about it, man.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. If you guys are gonna be in the webinar tomorrow, we'll see you guys then. If you're not in the clubhouse yet, man, get yourself involved. Like grab yourself a seat for a month and sit back, relax, and learn this system so that way you can start dominating on a day-to-day and start getting the results you're looking for. All right. I'll see you there.
Man.
I'll see you there. Magnus, Johnny Jones,
God
you guys
bless
are amazing. Great week, boys. Yes, sir.
Hey.
And I'll see the rest of y'all.
Way out. See ya.
Yeah, later, brother. I'll see y'all tomorrow, and then the rest of you guys, I'll see you guys back on Monday. All right. Love y'all. Adios, amigos. Hope y'all have a great weekend. I've enjoyed my time with you. Blessings. See you next week. Adios.
All I do is make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was younger, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made two. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make two. When I'm sliding on the beat, they like, who is that? Coin flipper, way that I be turning heads. Side stage, stomach turning, I'm a nervous wreck. Till I heard the fans and the kick, pull the curtain back. Wow, big wig, I don't need a hairpiece. Big dog, no leash, they know I'm a rare breed. Big shoes, can't fill them, this a rare feat. Big price, no sale, but I'm still carefree. Yeah, sweet 16s for the diabetics. Any era, I don't care, I'm the guy to get it. If it's 1842, then I'm a violinist. Still the illest, go ahead, check the hieroglyphics. Yeah. Said it's impossible, huh? It's impossible, huh? Oh man, you know if anyone can, I can. Make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was younger, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made two. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make two. Big hitter, baby, I'm in the 4th spot. Been in this position, ain't a shortstop. Every song gold, my catalog up at Fort Knox. Thinking they can get in on this, baby, of course not. They don't even know what it takes, it's a lethal dose. Make it look easy, think they got it, they ain't even close. Play Nintendo in Japan, baby, we remote. Paling in comparison, they looking like they seen a ghost. Yeah, Nick. Went exactly how we plotted, there was not a twist. Saw exactly what we wanted and we got it ish. That's why we scratching off everything that's on the list. This is not a bit. Said it's impossible, huh? It's impossible, huh? Oh man, you know if anyone can, I can. can.
Make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was younger, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made two. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make two.
Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turning down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home, just the four of us. Knock, 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 say hello to opportunity. Show them everything that I be doing, think it's doing me. Check, 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 everything I do is to a T. And only other Connor hitting hardest in the USC. Oh, Irish in my blood and all that money keep on doubling. I ain't tried to ball cause I ain't really one for fumbling. Made a couple M's, went gold, now I'm loving it. Drive through them all, can't stomach it. One time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turning down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home just now. Wait, second thought. Maybe take a trip down to Florida. Need a change of weather, Tennessee just wasn't warm enough. Son and everybody, they been eating out the formula. Everybody talking, but at least they ain't ignoring us. Ayy, reservations for 20 at Coast Show. Like that iceberg, I'm tipping a boatload. Got incredible friends, yeah, they froze on. Taking hits on the one like I'm Soto. Catalog multiples of double digits. Staring at the number like it's double vision. That's what happens when you trust the vision. But keep it humble for the juxtaposition. I changed my life overnight with a couple decisions. Stay working like there's somebody who's coming to get it. And don't get caught up in the talking in the public opinion. Yeah, at different functions cause I'm functioning different. Hey, 1 time cause I had to prove it to myself. 2 times doing that for everybody else. 3 times just to put the trophy on the shelf. 4 times just because I couldn't, I ain't doing nothing else. Local legend, but the whip I got is foreign. Extraordinary, yeah, I feel like Alex Warren does. Please will not be calling me if it is not important. If I don't see no dollar signs there, then I'm ignoring them. Got a couple kids nowadays that I'm supporting. Turning down 100,000, I wasn't bored enough. Yeah, I wasn't bored enough. I'd rather stay at home with the 4 of us.